Today on Selling Houses.
It's the untidiest house in the street.
Oh, by a long way, probably on the estate.
3 rival sellers snoop each other's houses.
That just is, oh my days.
This house just really reminds me of a construction site.
I don't really like this at all.
I get tough.
One of the other sellers said that it was almost as if a feral animal had been let loose in here for 2 weeks.
And get creative.
Do you not like it? Yeah, I thought you would. Yeah, no, I think that's great.
They get a week and £1,000 to make changes.
I really like it.
This is fun.
All competing to win an offer from my buyers.
What do you think? I like that. That's different.
I'm in Norwich, the cultural capital of the east of England. Local legend has it that Norwich has a pub for every day of the year and a church for every Sunday. I haven't counted the estate agents yet, but the average property price has risen by 6.3% in the last year. Excellent news for my 3 sellers who are battling it out to win the attention of my buyers, plumbing boss Andrew and his fiancée nurse Vicki. Both favour sleek modern interiors and can't stand clutter.
So, guys, this is exciting times. First home together. Have you got that image in your head of the dream home?
We have, but it's a different image.
No, you tell me yours first then. What's yours?
I'm happy to, get into a house that's already been done, looks nice, clean and shiny, whereas Andrew's very much, he wants to knock down walls.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd rather put our money into a house that's going to be ours, build the equity up and then, like I say, move on from there later on.
If you saw a house, I don't know, that was half finished or needed a lot of work doing to it, would that make you run a mile but make you think, oh...
It wouldn't make me run a mile, as long as he was confident in telling me how long, how much, and,
So any likes and dislikes? If you had to tell me the sort of things that you absolutely would love in a property, big kitchen for you?
Yeah, big kitchen for me.
Right.
I would like separate dining space as well to, the lounge and the kitchen, but I don't know if that's a bit of an ask.
Never know.
Drive, garage.
Do you think you'll know it when you see it?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think you'll both know it?
Maybe.
This is going to be fun. I am looking forward to this, I think.
And for that sleek, modern first home with a big kitchen, Andrew and Vicki have a budget of £165,000. I've selected 3 properties, but all need smartening up before I can show them to Andrew and Vicki. First up, it's Paul and son Josh's 3-bed end of terrace. After the sudden death of his father, Paul needs to sell so he can move in with his elderly mother. With the move pending, the house is already midway through a renovation.
It's halfway through completion because of lack of time, so it's as it is, so now I'm going to have a real big hit and get it all done.
Despite some successful efforts to update the house, the property is feeling severely neglected outside and in.
So I've done the kitchen and the bathroom. Well, nearly done the bathroom, that still needs finishing off.
It looks like squatters live here. Let's be honest.
You're not wrong.
All the colours are purples and pinks. The bedroom's atrocious because it's all pink. And the only thing in this house that's actually any good is the kitchen.
Despite being on the market for 6 weeks, there have only been a handful of viewings and the house and the boys are in need of a bit of leadership.
That's great. No, we do get on really well.
He leaves me alone.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good.
If he leaves me alone.
This shoddy end of terrace with its rubbish dump of a garden and unfinished bedrooms has seen better days. But it does have the brand new kitchen and bathroom buyer Vicki would love, whilst Andrew can finish off anything Paul doesn't. It's on the market for £165,000. Next up is couple Adam and Lizzie, who are ready to take the plunge and buy their first home together. But before they can do that, they need to sell Adam's starter home. Due to the fact he's done nothing to it, it could be better described as a non-starter home.
It was always going to be a project for myself, and I just never got around to doing it.
This house isn't my cup of tea at all. There's no sort of personal features in my eyes. It's all a bit of a blank canvas.
But without any female input into the decor of the house, it has bachelor pad stamped all over it.
The style of the house at the minute is kind of non-existent. There's not really a theme to it. It's just very plain and bland.
You don't say. And things just get worse in the garden.
The garden in this property has always been a nightmare for myself. There's not a lot of it. The grass has been cut twice in 2.5 years. So it just looks like wilderness all the time, really.
It just looks like a bit of a neglected space now, I'd say.
It sure is. One thing they can't neglect is the glaring difference in their style choices.
There'll certainly be some times where our opinions will clash. When we agree on something, that'll get done very quickly. When we don't,
It's a nightmare, isn't it?
It's going to be a long delay.
This bland bachelor pad has a lacklustre lounge and a long abandoned garden, but it does have a garage for my buyer Andrew and the potential to create a larger kitchen diner area for his fiancée Vicki. It's on the market at a guide price of $150,000 to $170,000. Last up, it's Neil and Kristen in their modern 3-bed end of terrace.
We now have 4 children. It's a 3-bedroom house. We're overflowing.
It's done us really well. We just need some more space.
Even the master bedroom has been taken over by 3 of their children.
It is quite a spacious master bedroom, but with a set of bunk beds and a toddler car bed and all their furniture, it probably does look smaller.
But all this kiddie clutter is not the style they want.
I would say if it was up to me, I would have nothing. But with 4 children, that doesn't happen. So it's a constant battle against the clutter.
This house is so child-dominated, it's only attracted 1 viewing in a month. But they reckon if they work together, they can reclaim their house and ready it for the market.
Hopefully we're going to have lots of friends and family come in and give us a hand. There's a reason we've been married for 11 years. We're a very good team. So if I tell him what to do, he does it, sorted.
This chaotic end of terrace has confused bedrooms and a colour-clashing lounge. But it does have that large kitchen for Vicki and a great garden for Andrew. It's on the market for offers in excess of £160,000. So it's Kristen and Neil's chaotic terrace, Lizzie and Adam's bland bachelor pad, and Paul and Josh's shoddy end of terrace, all competing to win an offer from first-time buyers Andrew and Vicki. They'll all get £1,000 in a week to make changes. But first, to help them realise what's wrong with their homes, they get the chance to snoop around each other's, starting at Kristen and Neil's.
This is a lovely, warm family home with scope for real improvement, but the tatty decor does let it down. And to be honest, the kids have really taken over. They do need to smarten up its appearance if they've got any chance of enticing buyers through the front door. But the other sellers should take note of the great curb appeal.
First to snoop are father and son duo Paul and Josh.
It is a lot tidier than yours.
Well, yes, but then that's ongoing work in progress, Josh, so...
Downstairs, there's a kitchen diner and a lounge that's a carnival of colours.
I don't really like this at all. There's like red, blue, mustard.
It's all looking a bit tired, really. Just a little bit of...
Yellow walls and...
Love and attention, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Small things. Upstairs, there's 3 bedrooms, but no one can spot the master.
This isn't a bedroom, was
Like
it?
a spare room or
the
something.
colours.
No.
You wouldn't pick that for children, would you?
Obviously, it's a shared room.
Unless it's the biggest room, then you'd have it as a master bedroom.
Well, yeah.
Out back, the garden gets Adam thinking.
I really like this garden. I think it's brilliant. I think maybe we should try and do something with our garden.
So this 3-bed end of terrace with no apparent master bedroom and colour-clashing lounge is on the market for offers in excess of £160,000.
For 160, I would want more of a garden. And I would want parking in the front of the house.
Yeah.
No, I think 160,000 is quite reasonable,
Yeah, it
to
is
be
quite
honest.
reasonable. It's quite a lot of house for the
I
money.
don't think they're asking for too much at all.
The rival sellers may have mixed opinions on the price, but they could all see that clutter and shoddy presentation is a no-no, something Paul seemed to take on board. Next to be snooped is Lizzie and Adam's 2-bed end of terrace, which is unloved outside and beige inside.
Adam's bachelor pad is well proportioned. It's clean, neat and tidy, but it's very blokey and a bit bland and quite soulless. They need to bring a feminine touch in here and get rid of all the boys' toys outside and in if they've any chance of clinching a sale.
First to snoop are Kristen and Neil.
Garden's low maintenance.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Compared to mine, it's a lot tidier.
You're not wrong, Paul. Inside, there's a modern kitchen and a boys' own lounge.
Could do with a bit of tidy up with all the DVDs and everything. That kind of just makes it feels a bit cluttered, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really... that just is... oh, my days.
Next, the garden. Or is it a car park?
That is the most bizarre bit of parking I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. So you must have to drive down the back of the gardens to get the parking.
Upstairs, there's a bathroom and 2 bedrooms, and the master has Kristen and Neil thinking.
I think it's really modern, clean.
Definitely close to what we probably should do.
Yeah.
Much
No,
nicer.
much
But the fact that
nicer.
they've actually finished their bedroom,
Well,
unlike yours,
yeah, OK.
would help sell it.
You tell him, Josh. This 2-bed terrace with bland living room and abandoned garden has a guide price of £150,000 to £170,000.
Yeah. No.
No, you're not convinced? Too
No.
high?
Yeah.
I find it hard to get past the size of it compared to ours. This is 2-bedroom versus ours.
That's true,
as
actually.
a
Ours is
3-bedroom.
3
yeah.
and a much larger kitchen.
Yeah.
In its current state and the size of the property, the rival sellers agree this house is priced a little on the high side. Last up, it's Paul and Josh's neglected end of terrace, which has a beautifully finished kitchen, but everywhere else is more like a building site.
It is never a good idea to try and sell a half-finished house. Poorly presented rooms like this will always leave buyers disappointed. The boys really have to knuckle down and make the rest of the house as smart as the kitchen. But to be honest, that's pretty pointless unless they can get buyers through the front door. So the first thing they've got to tackle is that excuse of a front garden.
First to take a look are Kristen and Neil.
This is probably the #1 thing
Yeah.
you don't want to see when you sort of just first walk up.
Well, they haven't took much care of this garden, have they?
Our garden's not great though, is it? It's not that much different to ours.
You don't say, Adam. The unloved look continues inside.
This house just really reminds me of a construction site. There's so much going on where it's clearly half-finished jobs or jobs that are in progress.
They have tools, you have toys. The living room is one of the better presented areas, and Adam can see the benefit of a splash of colour.
I think the purple wallpaper's quite nice, actually.
I don't know.
Makes it look quite nice and light.
Yeah, it does make it a bit homely, doesn't it?
Out back, there's a garden, and Adam and Lizzie are surprised to find not a tool in sight.
This garden is in a lot better condition than ours, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
The grass and... It's just a bit pretty.
The grass they've got is actually alive, whereas ours is completely dead.
Live grass. It's the little things that make a garden look loved. Upstairs, Kristen and Neil realise the value in having a master bedroom.
You can actually see the floor space, which is nice because it gives you an idea of how big the room is, like when you don't have the other things sort of cluttering it up.
But Adam and Lizzie are having trouble seeing through the mess.
It looks like feral animals come in here and just sort of run riot for a couple of weeks, doesn't it?
This shoddy end of terrace with no curb appeal and stripped-down bedrooms is on the market for £165,000.
£165,000. That's crazy, especially given how much there is to do here.
165,000. That's the same as what ours was advertised as. This needs a lot of work doing compared to ours, doesn't it?
It's unanimous. The rival sellers think the price is over the top with so much work needed on the property. But Kristen and Neil realised how clutter distracts from the positives. I'm in Norwich giving 3 sellers a redesign that'll hopefully win them an offer from recently engaged buyers Vicki and Andrew.
You would like something 2-bedroom plus.
Something with a nice kitchen dining space to entertain when the family come over.
A party pad, got it. All 3 sellers have checked out each other's houses and they've all realised what's letting their own homes down.
I think it's a lot more of a bachelor pad. It needs a lot more colour added to it to make the house a home.
I think the main thing we've took home from today will be that we just have to get it all finished.
Yes.
Sort out the outside, sort out the inside.
Yeah.
So it's just tidying up with ours, a little bit of modernisation, hiding away some of the kids' stuff as well, just to make it a bit more of a blank canvas for people coming in.
They've all got a budget of £1,000 and 7 days to kick their houses into shape before my buyers come to view. And there's some serious work to be done inside and out. Let's hope the makeovers are ready in time. Starting with Paul and the shoddy end of terrace. His kitchen is ready to be shown to buyers. But as for the rest of it, it's a bit of a tip, especially the front garden.
Let's talk about your curb appeal.
There isn't any.
Exactly.
No.
I have to say, it's the untidiest house in the street.
Oh, by a long way, probably on the estate.
Yeah. Oh,
Possibly.
good. I'm glad.
No. I do know, and I'm a little bit ashamed as well.
I've been umming and ahhing about the best way to use this space because off-road parking is the #1 criteria for
Absolutely.
people now. It's what they
and
want.
one spot is good, but I assume you're thinking...
2 spots would be perfect.
Excellent.
So my initial thought would be to take down that part of your wall, level all of this out and create a double driveway here.
OK.
If you don't
See,
turf
I
it,
thought not to turf that, which is... I do like the idea of that,
Yeah.
but actually have it all gravelled.
which is probably the easier option.
Probably the quicker option.
Quicker option and easier option. Porch-wise, make it a feature. You know, go for it. I would get some masonry paint and paint all of this so it really stands out. Go for a nice bright pop of colour on your front door, something like a nice cherry or tomato red.
OK.
Paint all of these white. Trim your bush and polish your knockers, so to speak.
Yes.
Let's go in.
OK.
He's on board outside, great, but there's still a lot to do inside, especially upstairs.
It's the same inside.
Yeah, one of the other sellers said that they felt that it was almost as if a feral animal had been let loose in here for 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, fair dues. Yeah.
Unless you sell this to a developer...
That's not going to sell.
It's not going to sell. It will not sell like this. 53% of people that view houses are put off by unfinished building work. So this needs to be turned into a proper double bedroom.
Yeah.
So all of this paraphernalia needs to go. Wallpaper above, paint below. So if you go for quite a dark colour here and then a lighter wallpaper, what it will do is make the room seem taller and wider.
Okay, yeah, I quite like that.
But we've got to get this shifted. We've got to get it out. We've got to get it moving. And quite frankly, it won't move unless we tackle it. Well, when I say we...
Me.
That's like the royal we. I really feel for Paul. I think he started this project 18 months ago with tons of enthusiasm, and he's literally just given up. It's a difficult one because you're not going to get anybody wanting to buy this house unless there is some serious, major work carried out, particularly here. I mean, this is just a scrubland. No one's even going to go in there and look at the rest of the house if he doesn't tackle this first. A lot of work to do, not a lot of time, not a huge amount of money. Is he up for the challenge?
I think there's quite a lot to do in the time frame, but it's all doable. It's just, I think I might be having a few late nights and early mornings.
First things first, that front garden. And they've called in the big guns.
All the rubbish is being taken away off from the grass, getting ready for the shingle to go down, and it'll save me at least a day's work. It's just brilliant.
People actually doing jobs coming through.
Sorry.
I'd rather be doing this than painting. Painting is the most tedious job in the world. This is fun.
Widening the entrance will create the double driveway that buyers love. Half the garden is already gone, but there's no stopping Josh.
Because my dad's gone, he wanted me to take this much off. But because he's gone away, I'm going to take it down to about there. Because it'll look better.
It's an epic battle between man and hedge.
Look at the size of that thorn. And they're everywhere. You're welcome, Dad.
Next, Kristen and Neil's chaotic 3-bed end of terrace, which could be a great family home, but the kids have taken over and the decor hasn't been touched in at least a decade.
As a buyer walking into here, and this is obviously, apart from the hallway, this is probably going to be the first room that they will walk into. What do you think it says about the house?
I think it probably feels a bit cramped because obviously we've got 2 large 3-seaters. And I would say probably a bit tired, the curtains and the walls.
Was this one that you did? She says subtly.
No.
Good, because it's awful. I don't know who thought this colour scheme up. But the good news is it's not going to take an enormous amount of time or effort to transform it completely. So let's move on to the scheme in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
God knows how you're going to do this with 4 kids, but never mind, that's not my problem.
So we'll send them to you, yeah?
I'm sure okay, I think I'm busy. What would be lovely here is to give it a completely new look, revamp it, make it feel fresh and clean and inviting. How are the wallpapering skills? Your baby-making skills are obviously exemplary, but how are you with putting wallpaper on?
Wallpapering was the one thing I was dreading you saying.
So you could do this wallpaper on the chimney breast wall and on this wall, just to balance it out.
Okay.
And then you can just take one of the neutral colours in here. I would probably say maybe go for something along the lines of this or this, and just repaint the rest of the walls.
I'm excited because this is the room I wanted to do and my husband would not allow it. So, excellent, you've given me the excuse. Wonderful.
Great. I've got Kristen's vote downstairs. Time to tackle the confused layout upstairs.
This is the master bedroom, isn't it?
Yes, once upon a time.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to say?
People can't imagine it as the master bedroom because we have 16 children. No, 3 children in here.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to say. What you need to do if you want to sell this house is that you need to totally rejig all of these bedrooms. Babies and children are going to have to be moved for the sake of selling this house. What I would like to see happen in here is that you get a new bed.
Okay.
In terms of a colour scheme in here, again, I think it should marry what you've got going on downstairs, is that I would like to see sort of soft, gentle, romantic, not too romantic. How do you feel about that?
That's fine. We'll have to put the kids in tents, I think, for a couple of days and figure it out. Yeah.
They've taken, I guess, the classic thing that so many of us do when children come along is that you slightly lose control of your house and your children take first place. The thing is, they're moving because they need more space. But unless they reconfigure the entire house and give it a brand new facelift, I have a feeling they could be here for quite some time.
I could see why Amanda did suggest wallpaper, because I think it will make it look modern and fresh, which is what she's looking for, and what it isn't at the moment. It does look a bit tired and dated.
Having realised the whole house needs to grow up, Kristen gets cracking clearing the kids' stuff.
My 3-year-old, he just likes ripping things off the shelves. So this is ideal for him. I'm afraid you can't go in the box. We'll keep you.
They're not stopping at toys. It's everything out of the lounge. Heave-ho, our friend Angie is on hand to help with the sofa.
That was easy.
And stripping the wallpaper.
Very, very happy. I hate this textured wallpaper that's been painted over.
You and me both. Last for a redesign is Adam and Lizzie's bachelor pad, which is bland and blokey outside and in.
This house was your house before you moved in,
Yeah.
You could never tell that a bloke lives here.
All these colours.
Huge TVs everywhere. So what did you think when you first moved into the house?
I had this initial idea that I was going to do all these nice colours and girly things, but just never got round to it.
That came through when the other sellers came here. They looked and they said, it's very blokey, it's quite bland.
It's very bland, yeah.
So first of all, it's a case of slightly clearing the decks. All of that needs to go. Can we please put all of that in a box and hide it somewhere?
Yeah, that's something you've been asking for a long time, isn't it?
Right, so you're being ganged up now. This is like, yes.
Yeah, we can do it.
Got to talk about the old brick fireplace.
It's hideous.
Do we? Do we have to talk about it?
I'd dull it down. I would think about painting it.
Right, OK.
You can just get masonry paint and water it down.
Right, OK.
Which will give it a lovely, soft effect. Then I'm thinking feature wall. You could play it safe and just go for a very soft pattern. You could paint a colour on it, or you could be really bold and go for something like that.
No.
Do you not like it?
Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, no, I think
that's great. Do you not like it?
I think that's really good.
I think it would work. I think it could look great. Look at Lizzie's face. I'll leave that one with you, shall I?
OK.
Yeah. She can work on you and the plasma screen. You can work on her with the wallpaper. The other area that I wanted to tackle was your garden.
Yeah, it's a mess, isn't it?
It's not just a mess, it's seriously unloved.
So I know you've had lots of viewings. You've had about 20 so far. Out of the 20, how many walked out and went, oh, I love this garden, it's my dream garden?
Probably most of them.
Hey, liar! You have to think about this as another room, because that's what it is. When was the last time you mowed that lawn? How old were you? You're still in, like,
12.
shorts. How do you feel about some decking?
Yeah, something I did want to get done,
Oh, the
but
irony.
never
Now
got
you're
never got
moving.
round to it.
And as lovely as that car is, and it is a very lovely car, it's a bit weird just having it at the end of the garden. Are you planning on keeping it there or moving it?
No, I'm selling it.
Excellent.
Go
You can
tomorrow.
sell that to pay for the decking.
There we go.
And then some. It's a great house. It's well presented, but it's just so bland and so blokey. They need to inject some warmth into it. I've given them a lot to do, and they do look a little bit terrified. But the first, and I guess most important thing that they have to do is actually agree on something. That's going to be interesting.
I think the first step is just going to be to sit down and actually decide what we like.
Yeah.
Not what just you like, not what just I like, but actually what we want to do.
First, the easy bit. Time to get all the boys' stuff out and give this man pad a feminine touch. But Adam's resisted my wallpaper suggestion for a vivid idea of his own.
That's far too bright, isn't it? You can't have that for a wall. Right, ready?
OK.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's pretty bright, isn't it?
It looks terrible.
It does look bad, doesn't it? That is quite a good match to the first one, but we've ordered this one. It's meant to be a lot duller.
Always best to do a tester spot and let it dry, just in case you don't like the colour.
That's way better, isn't it? It's a lot more subtle.
In Norwich, my 3 rival sellers are flat out making big changes to their homes in the hope they'll get an offer from recently engaged couple Andrew and Vicki, who are hunting for their perfect first home.
In our first house, we're looking for at least 2 bedrooms, 3 if we can. I'd like a nice kitchen.
At Paul and Josh's shoddy end of terrace, it's all about making the whole house habitable. The unused bedroom is getting a clear out, and they're taking the first steps to giving the outside a smart new look. The wall is gone and the garden clear, ready for the pea shingle. And Josh has a nifty trick to help prevent any undergrowth.
The whole point of the membrane is because you don't want weeds growing up through your gravel, and this helps stop it. I'm quite proud of this. It's actually quite level.
With the whole garden weed-proof, 2.5 tons of gravel arrives. Then the wall is squared off to make way for that double driveway.
Wow, that looks really good.
Better than it was, isn't it?
Much, much better, Josh.
At Adam and Lizzie's, it's all about creating a welcoming lounge and transforming the soulless bachelor pad into a stylish home. Adam chose a lime green for a feature wall, but it was way too bright, so he's toned it down with a calmer shade of pistachio.
What do you think?
That looks way better.
Next, they're going with my idea of whitewashing the brick wall to make it more modern.
I think it looks really good. I think it looks great, actually. It looks a lot brighter, modern. I really like it.
See what a little bit of paint can do?
This is the final finish on the walls, like a whitewashed brick effect. I think it's really nice. It looks really, really modern.
The abandoned garden is getting a new lease of life. Lizzie's old car is getting the push. And not so green-fingered, Adam has called in the professionals to spruce the whole place up.
I think it looks a lot tidier, more like a garden than a bit of
Yeah, definitely.
an abandoned jungle of some sort.
At Kristen and Neil's cramped and confused end of terrace, it's all about wrestling the house back from the children. And in the lounge, the first strokes of the calmer colour scheme are going on the walls.
Looking forward to seeing how it matches up with the dreaded wallpaper.
And Kristen's got a tip to save on washing up.
So we lined the paint tray with tin foil. So when we're done with the paint, we just bowl it up and chuck the tin foil away.
Upstairs, keen to restore the master bedroom, Neil is a little overeager to shift out the children's furniture.
I've tried to just take one end off, which has been enough to get me out through the door, but I can't quite get around the corner, so maybe I should have taken them apart. That might have been easier.
Never really pays to cut corners, Neil. Shame you didn't do it properly in the first place. With the painting finished, Kristen and friend Polly add interest to their boxy lounge with wallpaper on 2 walls, just as I suggested. But too much paste has got them into a sticky situation.
It's going to be too much paste now, isn't it? It's going to be too heavy.
So what's happening is, as we're trying to put the paper up, it was just falling off the wall. So unfortunately, we're going to have to abandon that for today.
Defeated, they call in the wallpaper wizard, David.
With a heavy paper, the actual paste has got to obviously be at a recommended level.
And that recommended level is 20% extra. At Paul and Josh's end of terrace, the new outside look is coming together. Inside, Paul is neutralising the bedroom, and he's got a great way of getting an even finish.
When I paint a corner, I always curve them like this. As on a roller, that will blend in easier and you haven't got any sharp corners. So bye-bye blue, it's all gone, no more.
Top half painted, the paper is going on down below.
I should be patient and not too heavy-handed because wet paper will rip. Looks like a bedroom.
Well, almost. There's the little issue of the floor.
I should work from the furthest corner of the door because I don't want to trap myself in the room.
Very wise.
You can actually now see it's a bedroom rather than a dumping ground, so...
This is true, yes. Yeah.
Much better.
At Adam and Lizzie's bachelor pad, the lounge is looking less masculine, and Adam is going for the decked seating area that I suggested.
The guys just arrived to do the deck and we're just getting all the stuff in so we can make a start and get underway.
And builder Greg knows the secret to well-laid decking is in the planning.
So if you spend the time in the first instance getting the levels right, the rest of the job should just all pan out quite nicely for you. So preparation is always key.
Once he's got the levels right, the battens are fixed down, ready for the planks on top.
Never going anywhere.
Seating area complete, friends Shelby and Daniel have been roped in to help brighten up the dull fencing.
Have you been having fun, Dan?
Oh yeah, loads, mate. Love helping you paint.
Yep, we're doing good. Just sort of finishing off the final touches on the fence.
At Kristen and Neil's kiddie-confused end of terrace, the decorating in the lounge is done, and a new carpet is going down to complete the look. Upstairs, Kristen is giving the master bedroom the grown-up look it desperately needs, starting with the drab cupboard doors.
Because these are like a darker wood, we need to put some wood primer on first, and then they'll be painted like a nice bright white that's going to match in with the rest of the things in the room.
Out in the garden, Kristen's friend Angie is upcycling the pine chest of drawers to match the doors.
Yes, I'm very pleased. Angie's done a fine job. Now we can put our crystal knobs on. Oh yeah, it looks lovely. Yeah, really nice.
To complete the look in the bedroom, Kristen's friend Carol is putting up a pretty wallpaper.
Yeah, no, it's looking fabulous up there. You can see how it'll have that sort of romantic look about it.
At Paul and Josh's end of terrace, the front garden has been smartened up, and Paul is painting the woodwork a memorable tomato red, just as I suggested.
I always do the details first, like all the nooks and crannies, and then leave the bigger panels and that till last. I have to say that Amanda's choice of colour was a really top-notch, because it's not something I'd have thought of doing.
And that bright colour scheme continues with the flowers.
Looking good.
And upstairs, the fresh new scheme for the bedroom is complete.
Today's been good. Everything looks nearly finished now.
Yes, it does. It's gone well.
Before, the house had no curb appeal and let the whole street down. But by clearing the junk, smartening up the garden and painting the front, it's been transformed into one of the smartest houses on the block. Total cost £660.
Well, I have to say, it's a little bit different from 7 days ago,
Just
isn't
a bit,
it?
yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, we're pleased. He's worked his socks off, really has.
I was going to say, how are you doing, Josh? You still awake? Like,
I'm just about alive still. I may have collapsed on Friday. But no, that was fun.
Because when you drove down the street a week ago, this house stood out for all the wrong reasons.
Well, it had no curb appeal.
At all. But now you pull up outside and it's on a par with all your neighbours. You've done a brilliant job. You really have. This was your department. 10 out of 10.
Thanks.
I'm going to go and mark your bedroom now.
Lots to live up to then, haven't I?
Yeah, just a bit.
Upstairs, the bedroom could have been best described as a junk room. It's now been transformed into a delightful double bedroom with painted floors and a feature wallpaper. Total cost £369.
Oh, my goodness me.
Complete transformation.
Oh, wow, isn't it pretty? It's really, when I think back to that kind of dumping ground, wasn't it?
Well, it wasn't blue at the top and nothing on the bottom apart from bits of paper.
Yeah, and to come into a room like this and see it in its finished entirety just makes such a difference. Do you like it?
It's a little bit girly for my taste.
Not going to take this back into your own house, then?
No.
But you can see the difference, can't you? You can see
Yeah, hell of a difference. It just looks tidy now.
Yeah, it really does.
Much better.
Do you feel that you've enhanced your chances?
Oh, most definitely,
Proud?
Yeah, really chuffed, really pleased.
I think it's lovely. Top effort, the pair of you.
Thank you.
70% you.
At Adam and Lizzie's, the lounge has been given the feminine touch. The garden given some long overdue TLC and a smart new decking. And now it's Lizzie's mission to get Adam to embrace the new accessories.
Oh, wow, I like this.
No, I don't like that, Lizzie. That's not nice. This is nice. And this.
It's not, and you know it. Mine and Adam's opinions are really different. Like, I think he just wants manly things and sort of retro-y kind of manly things. I just really like girly, colourful, sort of shapely things.
But in the end, Adam realises he has to go girly.
I think you might like this, Lizzie. I think this is more your style.
Yeah, that's
it's
really
a lot
nice.
nicer than them other silly things we picked up.
Yeah, I really like that.
Agreement at last. It's a quick dash home for those last finishing touches.
It's been a hard week, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm just excited that sort of all the hard work's over now.
Yeah.
The masculine lounge is no more. The warm and welcoming colour scheme, soft furnishings and pretty accessories have given it the feminine touch it always needed. Total cost £444.
What do you think?
It has changed massively, hasn't it? Look at that. That's come up a treat.
It does look so much better. We're really pleased with that, aren't we?
Really like it.
It's totally transformed it, hasn't it? Are you pleased with the transformation?
I am, yeah.
I love it, yeah.
We're really pleased, aren't we? We both said yesterday that we wish we'd have done it sooner, because I think it does make this house feel a lot more like a home.
I think it's great. And I can spy glimpses of decking and niceness out in the garden. Can we go have a look?
Yeah, definitely.
The garden felt abandoned and unloved, but by clearing it out, painting the fence and creating a smart new entertaining area, it's been given a new lease of life. Total cost of £557.
Decking area is lovely though, isn't it?
Fantastic, yeah. We're so pleased with it,
Got a
aren't we?
real bargain on that as well, didn't we?
I mean, there's still work to be done. I mean, whoever buys this is going to attack this lawn. But having said that, it gives a nice impression of what it can look like.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you pleased with your efforts? I know it's been mammoth.
Yeah, definitely.
Love it.
I think it's lovely. I think you've done a great, great job. Well done.
At Kristen and Neil's now much more grown-up end of terrace, clashing colours in the lounge have been toned down and the bedroom is almost back to being the master. But they're not leaving the kids out completely. They're letting them do the artwork.
Right, you ready? Steady? Go!
That's why lots of people call me an artist.
You are an artist. You're all little artists. There you go. Now you give it a big push. Really hard. Wow! Yay! There you go. There it is. Put a little on the back. Turn that bottle over. Give it a squeeze. Here we go.
Wow, that is so good.
So, with the mini Bang-Offs taking pride of place in the living room, Neil and Kristen are putting the finishing touches to my tranquil and romantic bedroom scheme. With a little help from the family, the makeover is complete.
No, I'm amazed. I didn't think we'd get half as much done as we did.
Yeah, I am really pleased with how we got on. I think the house looks really amazing now, and I'm like really proud of it.
The house had been taken over by the children and the colour-clashing lounge felt dated. But by clearing it out and decorating in a fresh, modern scheme, it looks much more grown up. Total cost £403.
Wowzers.
What do you think?
Oh, it's beautiful. How did you cope with it? How did you proportion the work, get the kids out?
We were really lucky. It's constant social media. Anyone available.
Help.
Come, look after children, bring a paintbrush, do anything you want.
You walk in here now and you wouldn't think that this was a house that had
children.
Children.
No.
Yeah, the bedroom's the thing that I'm really looking forward to seeing.
It's a huge change.
Is there? Let's go have a look.
Upstairs, the master bedroom was unrecognisable, having been taken over by the children. It's now, thanks to the soft colours and feature wallpaper, not to mention the installation of a double bed, been reclaimed as the master bedroom. Total cost £624.
Oh, isn't it beautiful? Oh, how pretty.
Very romantic.
It is. It's gorgeous. How is it with little one in here?
Yeah, so far so good. That is a smaller cot than she's used to. But, yeah, she's still up all the time in the night.
So
even more so in this.
Excellent. Well done, Eden.
She's not made things easy on us, so... But
has it broken you? Or are you all right?
We're ready for an early night.
I love it. I love the scheme. It's very soft. It's very tranquil. How do you feel your chances are of selling now? Do you think you've done a lot to improve
Much better. We've kind of taken one or two of our weak points, then they'll almost become centerpieces of the house.
Really strong points, yeah. And I think get people through the door and they'll be blown away. I think it's wonderful. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
In Norwich, my 3 rival sellers have pulled out all the stops to try and win an offer from newly engaged plumber Andrew and nurse Vicki.
We are looking for a house that has 2 or 3 bedrooms, 3 ideally, good garden space, possibly a garage for you.
Paul and Josh have transformed their end of terrace by improving their curb appeal and smartening up the bedroom.
Looking around, even though it has been a busy week and lots of effort gone into it, it's been well worth it. Yeah,
as long as it gets shot at the house, definitely worth it.
Kristen and Neil have cleared out the kiddie clutter, toned down and smartened up their lounge and reclaimed the master bedroom.
The work's gone really well. I've been amazed by how well it's gone. We've been so lucky with the people who've helped us.
Adam and Lizzie made this man pad more feminine by freshening up the bland, dull lounge and reviving that forgotten garden with a smart new seating area.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's more like my home as well as your home. Like, it's definitely more inviting to women.
All 3 houses are ready and it's time to show them to my buyers Andrew and Vicki. First up is Paul and Josh's end of terrace with its new boutique bedroom and spruced up curb appeal.
So I know that you were interested in having off-road parking for cars, a nice big garden.
I like that. It's clean, it's neat. I'm not keen on like full patioed areas, but obviously because that's got a break, it does look nice.
It breaks it up.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons, exactly. We'll weigh it all up. Let's get inside.
Inside, this house has a new modern kitchen, but the lounge and bathroom still need work. Upstairs, the revamped guest room shows you just how smart the whole house could be.
So you've got 3 bedrooms. This is the middle-sized bedroom.
Yep.
I mean, can you see the potential?
I love the fact that it's got the separate dining downstairs. It's got 2 really good-sized doubles and then obviously an office or 3rd bedroom.
It's got a lot going on for it, but I know that it's going to need some more money spending on it.
Every room needs something doing to it, doesn't it?
I think the majority, like the kitchen, which is obviously a big thing, that's done.
Yes.
You've only got to tidy it up, haven't you?
Yeah.
But how much do you think this is on the market for?
155.
Yeah, I would have said something like that.
Yeah, it's actually on at 165, but I think you're closer to the mark. I think that's probably one of the reasons why it's not selling. You've obviously got to see the others before you can make up your minds, but I think what this offers you in terms of potential and living space is great.
It's a great house for them, but despite being willing to do some work, they seem to be a bit daunted at what it would take to really get this property up to scratch. On to Kristen and Neil's no longer chaotic end of terrace that's now much more grown up.
That's your house, 3 beds again, nice big garden.
It looks big from the outside.
So I guess part of this is working out what bits you're prepared to compromise on.
Yeah.
This house has all the space Andrew and Vicki are after, with its 3 bedrooms, kitchen diner and that lighter, brighter lounge.
So kitchen diner through there, downstairs loo, understairs storage. This is your sitting room.
It's nice in here.
It's all right,
I've done it, yeah. I like the colours. It's not too in your face. It's nice.
What are you thinking, mister?
Yeah, carpet's quite nice.
Is that all you've got?
Yeah.
Vicky might like it, but I'm fairly sure it's not to Andrew's taste. Let's hope things improve in the bedroom.
Master bedroom. Yep. What do we think?
Good. Good size.
Bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, look, much lighter.
Yeah, nice and airy.
Would you do much? Would you change it?
Not overly. I'd probably change the wallpaper just to suit my colours and taste, but other than that, no.
I mean, the price of this one offers over 160,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable. I think I can see where they're getting that price from in this house.
Yeah.
Whereas the last one, like you said,
you couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're not done yet. Should we go and get another one?
Yeah.
Vicky likes its family bathroom and 3 bedrooms, including that grown-up master. On to Adam and Lizzie's 2-bed end of terrace, which is now a lot less manly.
That's the property we're going to be looking at. Lovely house, ready to go. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, a lot better.
Okay. Let's go and have a look inside.
Inside, this house has the space they're after. A great little kitchen and a snazzy sitting room, perfect for entertaining.
So kitchen, and then this is your main living space. So come on through. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's different, quirky. That's me.
Okay, good. So it makes you happy?
Yep.
What about you?
Yeah, I like it. It's
It's bigger
got a smile on my face. Not a frown.
The one thing it doesn't have at the moment, which I know you were quite keen on, was a dining space.
Yes.
So have you got any thoughts about where you could put that?
Maybe you could open plan it or...
Plan it. Might make it feel a bit lighter as well because it feels quite dull through there. But yeah, I guess you could put a conservatory or a little extension through there.
Yeah. Well, should we get outside and see where you would put the extension? Should we do it? Let's go on out.
Inside's a hit, onto that much-improved garden with a new seating area.
Well, as you can see, it's not quite Kew Gardens out here, but having said that, it's perfectly livable as it is. It's perfectly doable.
You can just do bits and bits as you go along.
They've done a good job with the decking.
It's perfect for 2 people that just need to
don't want to do any housework.
Yeah, I'm not keen on that.
What's going through your mind?
Like you say, you could put a single or double-storey extension on the back.
I'm getting good vibes from both of you with this one. Price-wise?
I'd say 170.
160.
Oh!
Less than you thought.
Yeah, I guess the size.
Yeah.
And the other one's probably.
Yeah, you're losing a bedroom here, effectively.
But
and a dining space, but you
I
are
think
gaining.
it's worth it.
That's it then. Shop shut. Let's go off and discuss.
Definitely a hit, but let's see how it compares with the others.
So we'll start with the end of terrace with the big front garden and the driveway. You seemed quite taken with that, didn't you?
Yeah, it had the separate dining space, which was really good for me.
Big kitchen?
Big kitchen, yeah. Had good-sized bathroom, good-sized bedrooms.
But then we come on to you, and you didn't like it. I could tell by the furrowed brow and the sort of silence throughout the house that it wasn't your thing, was it?
But I say there would be quite a lot of work to do with that.
Yeah, a bit too much for you.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I guess the profit margin as well probably wouldn't have been that high. OK, so that one's out. That then brings us on to another end of terrace, the one in the little cul-de-sac with the garden.
Yeah.
Again, you seemed quite taken with that.
I like that, the rooms. It felt very cosy and quite homely. Again, the bedrooms were all good sizes, quite like the bathroom. It didn't really, other than the front view of it, I wasn't overly keen on the outside.
Yeah.
But inside, it felt like a home.
Good.
So.
Well, that brings me neatly on to the neat 2-bed end of terrace. You both seemed to like that. That frown had gone, there was smiles. What did you like about it? What?
No,
Enough
it was
space for
nice
two of us,
inside,
though.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it felt-
And there was potential to extend, so...
So what is the plan? Second viewing?
Yeah,
I think we probably will.
Second viewing.
Second viewing, see how we feel again when we go in.
Yeah.
Go for it, and good luck.
Definitely. Thank you.
Cheers.
No worries.
Great news for my sellers Adam and Lizzie, whose beautified bachelor pad definitely came out on top.
It's really good to know that they liked it that much that they want to come back and have another look, and hopefully it sort of puts that one step closer to actually selling the place.
Definitely.
3 months on, there's good news for my other sellers too.
We sold the house and we almost got the asking price.
I don't have to do no more gardening, which is fantastic. So yeah, it's a good result. Really good result.
Good all round.
We're now packing up. We've sold the house. We've got nearly the asking price. We're really excited. Just waiting for our moving date now.
Yeah, we're really pleased we went through the process, made all the positive changes to the house. So thanks, Amanda.
And Adam and Lizzie have already moved on.
So here we are in the new house. We sold the last one as soon as we'd finished reflecting the changes that Amanda had recommended.
Yeah, we've took a lot of those ideas and brought them onto the new house. Ready to start living together now.